So you guys, this is Kutta, and this is going to be a Gary's Mod tutorial on how to code. And I will try to make this as easy as possible for you guys. So let's get started. So in this first video, this is going to be about folder structure. So we're going to go to our file explorer. All right, as we can see here, we are in our add-ons folder, and we have created a folder inside add-ons folder called my script. So we're gonna have that, and so the full file structure is gonna be Lua, materials, sound. Yeah, let me just start creating those real quick so you guys can see. We have sound, materials, models, do resource. So that's basically the default file structure for any add-on that gets uploaded onto the workshop. And in our Lua folder, we're gonna go into it, and we're gonna have an auto run folder. So this is basically what every add-on is gonna be running. Any like Lua file inside this is gonna run automatically as soon as a server or single player is loaded up. So you make sure you have that folder, and then you double click it. Make sure you have a Lua script in here, and let me show you what it looks like. So first off, you have to know that there's files that are sent to the client, and then there's files that only the server will have. And then you have files that you want to share between both, so they both have it. So basically how we were going to do this is that we want to basically include the files into the add-on. So what we're going to do is that we're going to do if server, then we're going to do include, and we're just going to put like any file name that we want. We're going to put my script, we'll do initialize .lua. And then we're gonna come, and then we're gonna do add cs lua file, and then we'll do the same thing, my script init.lua. Perfect. So that basically sends it to the client, and it includes it basically in the server. And so just to make sure that the client has it included, so that once it's loaded, they're going to have this loaded as well. We're going to include it on the client by doing if client then, and then we'll do include, and we'll just do the same thing up here. Boom. We'll save it like that. Basically, Gary's mod in the background gave me error because we haven't made the file yet. All right, so let's go and let's go back to our file explorer. So what we're going to do is that we are going to, let me copy this. So what we do is going to come in here, and we're going to call it my script init.lua. There we go. And then we're going to make sure we double click that. And then we're going to go and delete all of this. And we're going to do a print. We'll do print hi. And that's pretty easy. Everyone knows hi, basically. All right, we just let it load up, and we'll look at the console, and let's see what it gives us. All right, so we go to the console, we come here, and we got hi. So yes, it has loaded, and we have loaded our add-on, basically. Perfect, perfect. All right, so let me teach you about entities and basically variables and all that stuff. So we have entities, all right? So the entities, they're basically like the player is basically like user data, user data. An example would be like the player, or an NPC, or an item, or a thing you press E on, freaking, just like that. All right, so let's do strings. So strings basically are like this, like hi, or freaking that, or like this. You can also use just single quotations like that. you know, blah blah blah, like that. All right, so with numbers, you already know numbers. That's pretty easy, you know, 400, like that. And then we have booleans, so that's basically like true or false. And then freaking you have tables, which is basically like this, or you can basically have it like arrays like this, you know. So if you have it like that, and then you can do menu, and then you can do that, and freaking equals true or something like that, you know, simple tables. So that's just a breakdown of basically what you're going to be working with in Garry's mod. All right, and hope to see you in the next video.